the principles of any community development initiative is to seek to try and understand what the community has and look at the strengths and the assets of that community as a means to grow and to help people thrive in that community. Why do you think that's such a relevant principle for the church to be trying to grapple with in this era?
Yeah, again, I kind of go back to Jesus. When he looks at the crowd, he has compassion for them. And the disciples, you've really, let's send them off and let it be all outsourced to someone else. But Jesus says, what do you have in your hands? And they have some bread, they have some fish. And in the hands of Jesus, when it's blessed and broken, it is enough. And so by starting with what people have, we have a chance for things to be sustainable. I learned this in Klong Toi. So I was in a big slum community, 100,000 people in a square mile. If you just looked at what was wrong with the community and did a needs analysis, you'd be there for 20 years. But what we were able to see is some of the gifts and strengths of local people. One of my neighbours, her name was Pooh. She's a brilliant cook. We helped her start a cooking school for tourists. And her cookbook, Cooking with Pooh, sold 50,000 copies. It transformed the neighbourhood. But you couldn't have reversed engineered that and said, what we really want is a cooking school. Can we find someone with a funny name and get them to do it? And so having it built around people rather than, because what often happens for churches, they see a need, how are we going to meet it? How do we get a service provision model of it? What we're saying, and what I think churches can do, with very little expense, if the resources are already in the local community, it's about releasing those assets and strengths and gifts. And so with time and with connection and with, sometimes you do need to provide the kind of backroom infrastructure, safeguarding, insurance, building things. We can offer that. But it's all in service of local people being successful and those people being able to be the heroes of their own local community. That's what we're after, rather than it all being a testimony about how good our church is. It should be a testimony about how great our community is and what a privilege it is to be able to serve here. That's the Jesus model of leadership.